Apple Thursday.
Just one of my favorite parts of fall, smelling cinnamon and apples and amazing things. Hey everybody, welcome back to Great Day here on KCWY. You may have heard there's only a couple days left of summer, unfortunately, but we're moving into a great time of the year. But there's been a shift in food as well, whether on a menu or in the market. You're seeing a little bit of change in what you can find. So we have our resident health nut, Sherry Clark, joining us here today.
You're a health expert. Expert, not health nut.
Expert.
I'm a nut
That's what I meant to say. But enjoying what we do have around us right now, and that is a ton of apples. What do we do with all these great apples? And there's different ones you can use, as you've showed us with different vegetables and fruits and things like that. Tell us what we have in front of us today.
It's apple season, Jackie. I'm so excited. And first, I want to tell you, when you're buying apples, there's a couple things to know, because we buy them. They're inexpensive now. You bring them home, and then they might go bad. Have you ever bitten into an apple and it's mealy?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Squish?
Yeah. There's a way to avoid that.
What?
Store it properly.
Okay, tell me.
Store it below 35 degrees or above 35 degrees, not quite to freezing, but they have to be kept pretty cold to stay.
Don't you throw them in the fridge?
I store mine in the fridge. I keep them in the crisper drawer.
The crisper drawer.
If you buy an abundance of them and you have a cool area like a basement or a garage, you can put them there, but you need to keep rotating them because they need to breathe. So, and the other thing is, I want to tell you.
What do you mean they need to breathe? What are we talking about?
Maybe that's my issue, because I always go get a big.
Come on now.
I always get a big basket of them, and maybe
air.
that's the ones on the bottom are like.
Yeah, exactly. So because they haven't gotten any air, air's not been circulating. You people are in rare form today, aren't you? I know.
There's a storm today.
You're not going to make it easy for me. Okie dokie. So
the apples need to breathe.
They do need to breathe.
Good to know.
And the other thing is, I prefer to buy organic because apples are really, really sprayed. They have a lot of natural pest, kind of enemies. So that because they're such a sprayed product, I really try to buy organic.
So organic apples means not sprayed.
Yes, that's correct. It means that they're using non-chemical fertilizers, and we're not using pest control that uses unnatural things.
Are they still? Because I don't know about this, but I know the term organic. There's some scuttlebutt as to what you can use it on, and it changes product to product. Yeah.
Well, the thing is that there's a certification process for organicness, and so you have to qualify for that. So, which is actually would be a really interesting topic for us to discuss another time. You can tell if you go into the store and there's a whole abundance of apples and you're trying to decide which ones to buy, the little sticker on each one, if you want to know which ones are organic and you're not really sure, the sign's a little confusing, look at the little sticker that's on every piece of produce in the store, not at the orchard, and if it starts with a 9 and has 5 digits, it's organic.
Okay.
So that's one way to go. Okay. Let's talk about what you're eating.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's talk about the amazing apple products you brought in front of us.
Okay, start with the beverage.
Start with your beverage.
Because we love smoothies around here.
Oh my God, I love this glass. There's little ridges so I don't drop it. I love
Isn't that perfect? Yes. Yeah, I got that, especially for
It's like drinking an apple.
It's like drinking an apple. And here's the thing. I wanted to use some not unusual ingredients today. Once in a while, I'll bring something a little bit trippy. I'll bring nutritional yeast.
Right.
It's natural, normal banana, orange, apple.
Oh, wow.
That's it.
That's it. In blender. Go.
In the blender.
Now, with melons and things, you've thrown in the whole darn thing. Are we doing that with an apple as well?
Yes, we are, because it's organic. If I were using a conventionally grown or non-organic apple, I would peel it first, because then at least I would get the insecticide and chemicals off the outside of the skin. But remember, that doesn't protect you from everything. The tree drinks the soil, which has
which goes into the meat of the fruit. This is awesome.
Isn't that tasty?
Really good.
And it's naturally sweet, so I didn't have to sweeten it. And if you want to add a little bit of extra nutrition, I'm always big about adding greens in there, but I didn't want it to look green.
Because you could put like a kale or something in there, and you probably wouldn't even taste it.
I would put a little bit of kale in there. I would probably use a sweeter or more, a little bit less strong flavor, like romaine. I would use kale, or not kale. Romaine, spinach. I might use chard.
You said apple, banana.
And orange juice.
It's delicious.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
Specific kind of apple that you use for this?
No, I pulled it in my crisper drawer and pulled what came out.
Okay.
So you
don't have to worry about a specific type. Just eat your
but
apples.
if it's not sweet enough and you wanted to sweeten it, you could throw a date in there. Because certain apples, like Granny Smiths, those green apples, they're not. Yeah. So you would sweeten it up with that.
Honeycrisp,
but it didn't.
My favorite.
Yes.
Okay. Really what else do we have?
Okay, in the dish.
This is the dish. This is the that's the saucer. This is the dish.
Yes.
I'm new to this.
The dish
smells amazing.
is a deconstructed kind of apple pie creation.
It does smell yummy.
So what I did was I wanted to do a crust.
Okay.
And so on the bottom, instead of using dates, which I use all the time, I wanted to get a little figgy with it.
Get figgy with it.
Na, 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 na,
Is this the really close up on me to do that?
So I did figs
So we want to go all the way through. We got figs.
and carob powder
Ooh, so a little chocolatey.
Oh, interesting.
and a little bit of
Okay.
nut, some walnut.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's your crust, okay? Then
Yummy.
your filling is just shredded apple, a little bit of dried apple, lemon juice so it doesn't get all brown and nasty looking, and a
okay.
tiny little bit of cinnamon.
Yeah.
So that's a good tip there with the lemon juice.
Yes, it keeps the apple from browning. Any citrus will work to do that.
This is
so will vitamin C.
So this is delicious. I've got to get a shout out to. We were at the Northside Cafe in Winterset this weekend, and we had a chicken dinner. They served an apple crumble. This is excellent. That was that and this. Okay, but the best apple
I'm like,
dessert
wait
I've
a
ever had.
second. Wait.
This is
It's
amazing.
delicious.
All right.
This is really
What would you
good.
call this?
A deconstructed apple pie. I think it's just kind of it's a conglomeration of things. The topping is cashew cream sauce. It's just cashews, maple syrup, and some of my homemade vanilla.
This is
That's
so
it.
good. This is one of the best things you've ever
It's
brought on the
ridiculously
show.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right.
Okay, so
All
while
right.
we continue to eat this, what else do we have?
So the last thing was kind of like the wild card. So last night I was putting together your dessert, and I got this crazy idea because I had some apple pieces left over from when I chopped up your apple. So I took the apples, I dredged them in the maple syrup that I already had out from the cashew sauce.
Right.
Then I kind of scurried them through some coconut, put it in the dehydrator, and I'm thrilled with how it came out.
So your own little like
It's
apple crisps.
It's
type.
it's just a
They're
kind of
little
almost a
chips.
little cookie kind of a thing. I didn't let it get too hard, but I thought it was really lovely.
Those are great.
Fantastic. Now,
Coconut and apple.
do you have an alternative if people aren't
delicious.
big coconut fans?
I would probably use some chopped nuts or some, if you don't want to do nuts, you could do some chopped seeds.
Coconut really works though.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know, I am not an adventurous eater, folks. I'm really not.
No
And,
kidding.
And so, no kidding. Because usually I'm sitting right there when Miss Clark finishes her. She goes, "Would you want some of this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good."
Yeah, not so much.
But today, I'm loving this apple stuff.
You can't get enough of wonderful apples. A lot of locally grown ones. We have some great places you can go pick your own apples
Yes.
around town. Of course, farmers market still going on, and find some great ones there. Sherry Clark always giving us great ideas how to make better choices in our life. Why not use a delicious fruit like an apple, but doing it in a different way? All of these items, spot on. Sherry.
Glad
Thank
you
you
like
so
it.
much. All right. Details on how we can find you and other great things going on in your life. Where can we get that
If you
information?
want these recipes and more, you can visit www.fork-road.com, or you can drop me an email at info@fork-road.com. And last week, I had a lot of people ask me for the recipes, and I've got a little dialogue going from somebody out of
Wonderful.
state, and it's all great. So please do contact me. I
Great
like
things
that.
going on. She's fabulous. If you want recipes, which I ask her for all the time, go check out season 1 of Fork in the Road. A lot of great information there. Other great episodes coming up very soon. So make sure you stay tuned and join us every single week when we can give you more great tips for Fork in the Road. Thank you so much, Sherry Clark.
betcha.
We're going to keep eating this delicious stuff. We'll be right back with more on Great Day.